What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Anteiku Nation, my home, your home, for all things gaming and all things Cardfight Vanguard 0. Today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new Nova Grappler deck from set 2, Perfect Raizer. Now before we begin guys, be sure to hit that like button if you like this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you can be notified each and every time that I upload a new video. Don't forget guys, I am also still doing a 100 sub GameStop gift card giveaway, and all you have to do to participate is be a sub to the channel. And with all that being said guys, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so welcome to set 2 deck profile videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Perfect Raizer deck for Nova Grappler. I want to showcase this deck first as it's been one of the leading decks I've been using in order to climb Legend this season. In this deck, we are running for our Greek 3 lineups 4 Perfect Raizer, 4 Death Metal Droid, 4 Go Rutile, and 1 Bushiroad Kaiser. Now, let's touch on that for a minute. You're definitely going to want to run at a max 4 Perfect Raizer. Death Metal is just an easy, 13k attacker, so lining up with your Burst Raizer here, it's going to make a 20k column. If it's still below the attack of the target, then you're going to end up, counter blasting 1, you're going to swing for 23. So you got magic numbers with this unit. Go Rutile is actually, I like him as my backup piece. I use him because if I can't get to Perfect Raizer, and things just go screwy, because everybody knows that not everything goes as smooth as we would like. I use Go Rutile as a backup. So if I can't play Perfect Raizer style Nova Grappler, then I'm going to go back to last season's Go Rutile style. I'm going to start standing up my rear guards. Some people would question, well, why do you only run 1 Bushiroad Kaiser? I do have 2. I do not have a whole playset at this moment. So even if I had a whole playset, I'm not sold on the fact that I would still play Bushiroad Kaiser as my backup unit. I just feel like his ability is just kind of hit or miss. You're not guaranteed that you're going to restand. So you could be just sitting on a vanilla unit. And I know Bushiroad Kaiser's not vanilla, but it's just a chance that you take by playing Russian roulette with his ability. And I say go Rutile, in my opinion. Only because his on hit is almost guaranteed 90% of the time, unless they're just too powerful of a Vanguard that you're swinging at, or if they PG you. Other than that, his attack is gonna go off, and his ability is gonna, activate, and you're gonna be restanding something. So, in my opinion, where I stand with this deck, I like Gold Rutile as my backup, and that is the only way that I justify, actually running this. Now, we had some other, other Raizer unit, or if we had something better, I would definitely probably be running something different. But until we get more units, maybe in the next set when we get Azure Dragon, the Beast Deity Azure Dragon, I may decide to go that route and forego the Gold Rutile and go Azure Dragons. But for right now, to me, this is a solid lineup. I think these are solid no matter which way you go. And you could change this out for anything. Like if you want to go Lion Heat, I would dare even say go Lion Heat. Reason being because in my last deck that I showcased, I used Lion Heat as my backup to Gold Rutile. And I really like Lion Heat as a backup. Again, guys, you do what you feel like you need to do and what plays best. I don't want to tell anybody how they should or should not play a deck. And I definitely don't want to tell anybody, how to play the game, or, play this or you're just bad at the game. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, that's my reasoning behind this lineup. If you want to run it, awesome. And I hope that it works as good for you as it has for me. Because right now I'm Legend 11. And while that may seem not that great, I haven't had as much time to, rank up this season so far. So I'm definitely going to be doing that this weekend and going into next week before the season ends. But anyway, moving on. We're going to look at the grade 2 lineup. In this, I chose 2 Death Army Ladies, the 4 Trans Raizers, 4 high-powered custom Raizer, and 3 King of Sword. Now, my reason behind this is because 10k is 10k, and that's solid when you look at King of Sword. That's just solid. It beats a lot of the grade 3 rear guards. It beats a lot, it still hits a lot of the grade 3 Vanguards. and it's just a solid card all in all. These two, Trans Raizer and High Powered Raizer Custom, are, you know, just a given. I really like this card. I've always liked this card. Even back in Generation 1, it was one of my favorites. Now, Trans Raizer, I've said in my previous video, and I still stand behind what I said before. I like, but I dislike this card. It's like I love to hate this card. In my own personal experience, this card, it whiffs or it pulls out something that I really don't want put onto the field, meaning a PG. Like, I can't tell you how many times I throw down Trans Raizer either on the Vanguard or on the rear guard, and all of a sudden I reveal a perfect guard, and then I have to put it on the field, and that just feels bad. Just feels really bad. But there are times, you know, when you get this awesome wombo combo off and you're throwing down, you know, Trans Raizer on the rear guard, all of a sudden it's pulling out another Trans Raizer, which then again, you know, goes in and pulls out another grade 2. In which case that's really awesome. that's awesome. You know, you want that. Unfortunately, it's just one of those skills where it's just, you know, you throw a Hail Mary and you say, you know what, I need Raizers on the field, so let's just see what happens. Or I need, you know, grade 2s on the field for interceptors, so let's just see what happens. And that's my thoughts on this card. I really wish we had better options other than, you know, Trans Raizer, but until we do, you know, I'm gonna run it as a 4-of in this deck. Now I did choose Death Army Lady. That may change. You know, you can go Brutal Jack in this deck. You could go Kiara. You could go, you know, you can go different ways. You can go Hungry Dumpies, even though you don't really need to. This deck does not really counter Blast at all. Like, I mean, if you're using this, you know, if you're using Perfect Raizer, you can activate his on-place ability to counter Blast 2 and create a Battle Raizer. 9 times out of 10, I do that just because Battle Raizer is really good. One of the strategies I like to do is to create Battle Raizers. I will, you know, rewrite a Perfect Raizer just to get another Battle Raizer, so that I can boost with it, put it back into the deck. So then I have stand triggers. So, you know, I have had games where I end up, you know, swinging more. I get more, you know, I get that standoff and I get more attacks off, and it really throws the opponent on because they're not expecting you to really restand all that much in this deck. You know, even with Battle Raizer as your starting Vanguard, you're more than likely going to be sucking him up into the soul for Perfect Raizer's, you know, big bad ability of getting a crit and plus, you know, what, 3,000 it is a piece? Yeah, plus 3,000 a piece, so that as long as you have 4 more, he gets a crit. So, I mean, he's just going to be swinging for, you know, huge numbers. So, yeah, guys, I mean, don't be afraid to rewrite this guy. Like, I mean, if you want to put your opponent in a crazy position, I mean, you can afford to rewrite him. You know, go for it. Just go for it. You know, don't feel like you have to, but depending on your situation, you know, mix it up against the opponent. You know, try to throw them off. Try to swing the game, you know, more in your favor. You know, that's just my opinion. So, you know, let's move on. Let's look at the grade 1s. Okay, obviously we're running 4 PGs. I mean, that's just a staple. That's a given. I have seen decks of people, you know, where they run 3, and if that works for you, awesome. I'd rather be safe and run all 4, because there's a lot of times these guys are going to get eat up depending on what you're going up against. And if anybody knows how Blau plays, Blau's got that loop. Blau's going to be coming at your face, and they're going to be swinging and swinging and swinging. And that's what Blau does. Now, I mean, you know, you got the mirror match. You know, you're going to be getting swung at with an extra crit each turn. So, I mean, you're going to want PGs. But again, guys, you know, play to how your style fits you. You know, play what you're comfortable with, what feels right for you. For me, I'm going to suggest, you know, play 4 PG. Now, moving on, we've got one Death Army guy. I haven't figured out, like, what I'm going to tech in. This guy's just here for this reason, so that if I hit a trigger, I've got a whole column that's going to stand up. But he's really just a tech piece. He is merely a tech piece. You know, if I had my way, all these would be Raizers. This would be a Raizer. And we would just have all kinds of, you know, Raizers going on. The whole deck would be nothing but the archetype. But unfortunately, right now, we don't have that luxury. we are running the 4 burst razors. You know, there's really not much to be said here. And there is a little Razor custom. You know, this dude's really cool. I like him. I like him a lot. You just, you know, you put him, you ride him as your grade 1, and you got Battle Raizer behind him. He's a 12K, or better yet, you know, you ride him as your grade 1, or you ride Burst Raizer, then you put Battle Raizer in the back, and then, you know, you're just doing the things, and this dude's just swinging for 12. You know, it's awesome. You know, it's the same ability as this. You know, he gets a power boost, so like when Battle Raizer's behind him, he's gonna be up by 8K, so he swings for 16, so you don't even need a booster. I mean, technically it is a booster behind him, but you don't even boost with it, because this thing's just gonna put in work, just like this guy's gonna put in work. I mean, he's gonna swing for 12,000 by himself, just because there's like a little Battle Raizer boosting him and giving him energy. In my mind, at least that's how I play it out, you know, just trying to think a little anime-like. But anyway. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is pretty much my deck. I have had some people in my Discord group that I'm in, you know, ask for my list and see what I play, because they're curious about Perfect Raizer. And I know a lot of people are putting deck profiles right now on YouTube for Perfect Raizer. This is nothing new. This is just the first chance that I've had to actually, you know, come across this deck and put up a video for it. This was like the first deck that I wanted to showcase for this set going forward, because it's a lot of fun. It's really strong. It does what it does. It hits big numbers. It puts down some pressure. You know, it really forces out the PGs. There's not much more I can say about that. So yeah, guys, this is really it for my deck profile video. I hope that you guys like this deck. If you want to use it, I wish you the best of luck with it on the ladder. I will be doing some more deck profile videos. So this is going to be the first one of the weekend. I think I'm going to get 1 or 2 more up for you guys coming up here soon. So yeah, guys, if you want to, stay tuned. I have footage from one of my matches with this deck. I just want to showcase how the deck works, you know, give you an idea and a feel for what you can expect when you're piloting this deck. And with that all being said, guys, until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and stand up, my Vanguard.